Hello all, this is Dr. Priyanka from Birla Ayurveda. I am head doctor at Birla Ayurveda and I'd like to explain you a few rules about food intake, which is something very much that we forget. It is called as Ahar niyaam. Ahar as in the food required for the survival of the human beings, and niyaam means rules. So it is kind of surprising that whether food also has some rules. So then yes, the answer is yes, it has some rules. You have to understand each and everything that you are going to consume. May it be food, may it be any mental conditions, or may it be any fluids or anything. It can be anything that is consumed or it is intake. It needs to be digested. It needs to be excreted properly for its actual, so that it can serve the actual purpose. So, as far as the Ahar Niyam is concerned, there are 8 subtypes into Ahar Niyam. One is the Prakruti, second is Sanyog, third is Karan, third is for Matra, Desh and Kal. First, Prakriti as in the basic properties of the food. Whether the food is heavy, whether the food is cold in potency, whether the food is warm in potency. What exactly is the food about, all its properties. For example, buffalo milk is heavy to digest. It's very heavy. And cow milk is light to digest. So these things have to be considered. Sometimes we misinterpret food items. Like sometimes we think curd is cold. Curd is of cold potency. But we are wrong. It's of hot potency. It does the touch is cold, but the potency. Potency is something when we intake and the properties are seen. The second thing which needs to be taken care when you are having food is sanyog. Sanyog as in the combinations of food. Basically when two food items club together should ideally show something better. But when you combine two food items together and it shows some properties which are wrong, so that causes a problem. For example, milk on its own is very good. Milk, everyone knows milk provides a lot of nourishment and all. On the other hand, fish is again a very good source of many vitamins and everything. But when you combine milk and fish together, it is called as the Viruddhahar. The combination is wrong. Similar way, there is something, milk again is a very common commodity which is used. Salt is a very common commodity. But when you have milk plus salty food products which have salt, like some people have a habit of having milk with khichdi, which already has salt. Generally all our foods have had salt. So when you have the combination like this, it is called the Viruddhahar. So that is under the concept of Sanyog. The wrong combinations need to be taken care that we are not doing or combining some products which are ideally good, but when they are combined, they are not good for the health. The third thing is the sanskar. Sanskar as in the process, the procedures done to the products. As in if you are churning the products, if you are mixing the products, if you are keeping the products overnight, everything has got its own different properties. For a simple example, a lot of food products are made from milk. Milk itself, ghee, makhan, cheese, paneer, ghee, etc. etc. So all of these don't have same properties. Dahi has some other properties. Buttermilk itself, after just churning the buttermilk, after the churning the curds, the buttermilk is made. But the properties of curd and properties of buttermilk are immensely different. Properties of milk are immensely different from ghee. Properties of makhan are all the more different. So you have to understand when you do any procedure to any kind of food, the properties change. So is that procedure good for you? For example, fermentation is a kind of procedure that we do, like idli, etc., fermented products, bakery food products that we eat. Is it good for you? Then we have to understand that. After that, the something is called as matra or rashi, is the quantity. There are two kind of food products. It's either heavy or light to digest. It's basically depend upon the digestive capacity of a person. It differs from a person to person. It can have a lot of factors on which it depends. So is that quantity necessary for you? Sometimes people go very protocol wise. You have to have 2 chapatis in the morning, 2 chapatis in the lunch, 2 chapatis in the dinner, which is a very wrong notion. Every person has its own digestive power. Every person has its own digestive capacity. That is called the Agni. So every person has to eat according to its own Agni, not according to someone else's prescribed diet. For example, if I have been told that you should be eating 2 chapatis, but after eating 2 chapatis, I am feeling heavy in my stomach. After I am feeling, if either I feel to go to washroom or something of that sort, then that quantity doesn't suit me. Or the other way around, if I am eating less, if I am not getting satisfied in 2 chapatis, then and still I am feeling hungry after having 2 chapatis. But some people say have every 2 hours, but I am not satisfied even after the 2 chapatis, then I can definitely go for something more. So that you have to understand the quantity of the food. After that, a very important aspect which Ayurveda is very different in this, it is called the Desh. Desh is the place where it is grown and where you're eating it. So it's a very common example that we get in day-to-day patients. People coming from south have all the fermented food products, like they have idli, dosa, etc., etc. But when they have the same food products in Bombay, they have a lot of issues. They have a lot of skin issues that happen. Similar to that, people in north have a lot of paneer, have heavy fruit products like buffalo milk they have, paneer they have. But when they come to a place like in Maharashtra, which is not suitable or which doesn't grow the same products, which is the climatic conditions are completely different from the north. Maharashtra is a kind of a dry area. So then those fruit products don't give us the required nourishment. If you still eat them, they causes indigestion in the body. After that is the Kal. Kal is the time. Kal is the time. Which time are you eating? When are you hungry? When you feel hungry, are you eating at that time? What time? Which season it is? Some food which are hot, they are supposed to be having in the winter season. Which food products are cold in potency, you have to have it in the warm season. It's a very simple process, but we fail to understand it. Sometimes we have a habit of having the same food products for 12 months together, which is a very wrong notion that we do. So we should try and avoid that. After that, something called Upyog Sanstha and Upyogta. The process to which it is, there is a manner which conventional Indian food used to be. It has to be hot when it's served. It has to be properly oiled. It has to be fresh in eating. All these needs to be considered. You cannot just keep on eating dry food or stale food. All these basic rules needs to be considered when you are having your food. Once you consider all these rules and then you plan to make a diet for yourself or make a diet for the patient, then it definitely helps you achieve the ultimate state of physical and mental state of healthiness. So you can get some more details about that, about person to person Agni, person to person digestion, person to person dietary rules. Just visit any of the Birla Ayurveda centers nearby your areas and meet the doctors there. We have extremely good doctors in all our centers. Visit Birla Ayurveda website, you will get the details everywhere, and do get in touch with us. Thank you.